Fast start your morning with God, powerful prayer for blessings, peace and protection. What if the first battle you face today is not outside you, but inside your mind? What if the first voice you listen to determines the direction of your entire day? Before you check your phone, before you answer messages, before you carry yesterday's worries into today, stop. Turn your heart toward God. Because when you begin your morning with God, you are not simply starting another day, you are placing your day into hands stronger than yours. Imagine waking up with uncertainty pressing against your chest. You have bills waiting, responsibilities calling, decisions demanding answers, and problems you cannot solve by yourself. Maybe you smiled yesterday while secretly carrying pain. Maybe you went to sleep wondering how everything will work out. But this morning is a reminder you are still here. You have another breath, another opportunity, another moment to seek God before seeking the world. So take a deep breath and become still. Father, thank you for giving me another morning. Thank you for life, for breath, for another chance to begin again. I surrender this day to you. Go before me where I cannot see. Protect me from dangers I know about and dangers I cannot recognize. Give me wisdom before I speak, patience before I react, courage before I move, and peace when circumstances try to shake me. Lord, bless my family, my work, my plans, and the people I will encounter today. But above every material blessing, give me a heart that stays close to you. Do not let success pull me away from your presence. Do not let disappointment convince me that you have forgotten me. When doors close, help me trust your timing. When doors open, give me humility to walk through them wisely. There will be moments today when fear whispers that you are alone. Answer that fear with faith. There will be moments when anxiety tells you everything is falling apart. Answer it with prayer. There will be moments when someone disappoints you. Answer them with grace. Your morning does not have to be controlled by yesterday's failures or tomorrow's fears. Today, choose to begin differently. Before the noise, choose silence. Before worry, choose prayer. Before reacting, choose wisdom. Before asking the world for direction, ask God to guide your steps. And as you move forward, remember this. You do not need to know everything about today to trust the one who already sees the whole path. Your morning belongs to God, and that is where your peace begins. Let His presence become your foundation, shelter, strength, and peace throughout today. Fast start your morning with God, powerful prayer for blessings, peace and protection. Section 2, before you step into the demands of this day, understand something powerful. Peace is not found when every problem disappears. Peace is found when your heart knows where to take every problem. You may not control what happens today, but you can choose who leads you through it. That is why morning prayer is more than a routine. It is a daily decision to surrender your fear, your plans, your relationships, your work, and your future into the hands of God. Think about a traveler standing at the beginning of an unfamiliar road. But if he has a trustworthy guide who knows the destination, he does not need to panic at every unknown. He follows the guide one step at a time. Your life is similar. You do not need to understand the journey before taking next step. God does not demand you predict tomorrow. He invites you to trust Him today. Let prayer move beyond your lips and settle into decisions, reactions, conversations, and choices. You may be standing at the beginning of a day filled with unknowns. Perhaps there is a meeting that worries you. Perhaps you are waiting for an answer. Perhaps your family needs help. Perhaps your finances are uncertain. Perhaps you are carrying a dream that seems impossible. God already knows what you will face. So pray, Father, lead me today. Close every door that would take me away from your purpose and open every door that is right for me. Give me discernment to recognize the difference. Keep my mind clear, my heart humble, and my spirit strong. Do not rush through those words. Let them become your attitude. When you ask God for protection, you are not asking for a life without challenges. You are asking for strength within challenges. Sometimes protection means God keeps you away from something. Sometimes He allows a difficult season to develop your character, strengthen your faith, and prepare you for something greater. Look at the moments you once thought would destroy you. Somehow you survived them. The same God who carried you through yesterday can guide you through today. Therefore, do not begin this morning rehearsing everything that could go wrong. Begin by remembering everything God has already brought you through. Gratitude changes the atmosphere of the heart. Say, thank you, God, for another opportunity. Thank you for another breath. Thank you that my story is not finished. Lead me, protect me, strengthen me, and help me become the person you created me to be. Then rise with confidence. You are not walking into this day alone. First, start your morning with God, powerful prayer for blessings, peace and protection. Section 3, what if the blessing you are praying for begins with the peace you are willing to receive? What if God is preparing something greater than what you can currently see, but first He wants to prepare you to carry it? Do not rush past this morning. This moment may look ordinary, but a surrendered morning can become the beginning of an extraordinary transformation. There was a time when a man woke up every morning thinking about everything he had to fix. His mind immediately ran toward unpaid bills, unfinished work, family problems, and uncertain plans. Before his feet touched the floor, worry had already taken control. He believed he needed to solve everything before he could experience peace. Then one morning, he changed his first habit. Instead of reaching for his phone, he closed his eyes and prayed. He said, "God, I cannot control everything today, but I trust you with everything I cannot control." Nothing outside him changed immediately. The bills were still there. The responsibilities remained. The unanswered questions did not suddenly disappear, but something inside him changed. He stopped carrying burdens that were never meant to be carried alone. That is what prayer does. Prayer does not always change the situation first. Sometimes prayer changes the person standing inside the situation. So this morning, give God your mind. Give Him the thoughts that have been racing since you woke up. Give Him the conversation you are afraid to have. Give Him the decision you do not know how to make. Give Him the future you keep trying to predict. Say, "Father, take control of my thoughts. When fear speaks louder than faith, remind me of your promises. When I feel weak, become my strength. When I feel confused, give me wisdom. When I feel discouraged, remind me that this difficult moment is not the end of my story." And then listen. You do not always need another answer. Sometimes you need a quiet heart that can recognize the answer already being placed within you. God can give you peace before He gives you the explanation. He can give you strength before He changes the circumstance. He can give you courage before He opens the door. This is why you must protect your morning. Do not give the first moments of your day to fear, comparison, arguments, or endless scrolling. Give them to God. Let prayer become the first conversation of your day, because when God becomes your first priority, everything else begins to find its proper place. Walk into today knowing that you are guided, strengthened, protected, and never forgotten. You may not know what this day will bring, but you know who walks with you. And sometimes that is more than enough to keep moving forward. Fast start your morning with God. Powerful prayer for blessings, peace, and protection. Section 4. What if this morning is not just another morning, but an invitation to begin again? Yesterday may have been painful, confusing, or disappointing, but yesterday does not decide what today will become. When you wake up, God gives you a new moment to release what is behind you and receive what He has prepared ahead. Think about a seed buried beneath the ground. Yet underneath, something is developing. In the same way, you may look at your life and think nothing is changing. You may be praying for your family, finances, future, or healing, while seeing no immediate answer. But silence does not mean absence. God can be working where your eyes cannot see. That is why you must begin your morning with faith instead of frustration. Faith does not deny reality. It simply refuses to let fear have the final word. Say, "Father, I trust you with what I cannot see. I trust you with the unanswered questions. I trust you with the things taking longer than I expected. Help me remain faithful while I wait." Waiting can be one of the hardest parts of faith, but God often develops the person before revealing the promise. A young woman once prayed for a new opportunity because she felt trapped in a season that seemed meaningless. She developed discipline, learned new skills, became more patient. Later, an opportunity arrived that required her new skills. She realized the waiting season had not been wasted. It had prepared her. Your waiting season may be doing the same thing. So this morning, do not only ask God to bless what you are doing, ask Him to shape who you are becoming. Ask for wisdom to recognize opportunities, courage to accept responsibility, humility to learn, and strength to remain consistent. Pray, "Lord, make me ready for the blessings I am asking you to release. If I am asking for greater responsibility, prepare my character. If I am asking for greater influence, prepare my heart. If I am asking for abundance, teach me stewardship. If I am asking for peace, teach me trust." This is where your prayer becomes deeper. You stop asking only for blessings and start asking God to transform you. When you walk into today with that mindset, every challenge becomes an opportunity to grow, every delay becomes an invitation to trust, and every blessing becomes a reason to give thanks. Let this morning remind you God is not finished with you. Your story is still unfolding, and today can be another step toward the person you were created to become. Your trust can change everything today. Fast start your morning with God. Powerful prayer for blessings, peace, and protection. Section 5. What if the protection you need this morning is not only protection from danger, but protection from becoming someone you were never meant to be. There are things outside you that can hurt you, but there are also things inside you that can quietly steal your peace. Anger can steal it. Pride can steal it. Fear can steal it. Comparison can steal it. That is why your morning prayer should ask God to protect your heart as carefully as He protects your path. Before you leave your home, pray, Father, guard my heart today. Protect me from bitterness, jealousy, impatience, pride, and every thought that pulls me away from you. Help me respond with wisdom instead of reacting with emotion. Keep my words kind, my motives pure, and my decisions aligned with your purpose. You may encounter someone today who tests your patience. You may receive a message that upsets you. Someone may misunderstand you, criticize you, ignore you, or treat you unfairly. Your first instinct may be to fight back. But pause. Remember the prayer you prayed this morning. Not every battle deserves your response. Sometimes the greatest victory is having the strength to remain calm when someone expects you to become angry. Sometimes protection means God gives you the wisdom to walk away from an argument that could have damaged your peace. Sometimes blessing means having enough maturity to keep your mouth closed when your emotions are demanding that you speak. Think about how many problems begin with one careless sentence. A person becomes angry, speaks without thinking, and spends days repairing what took seconds to destroy. But when you begin your morning with God, you can ask Him to place a guard over your words. Say, Lord, let my words bring life today. Before I speak, give me wisdom. Before I judge, give me understanding. Before I respond, give me patience. Do not allow emotions to create permanent consequences. Pray, Father, heal what I cannot heal by myself. Remove bitterness from my heart. Help me forgive without returning to unhealthy situations. Give me wisdom to establish boundaries and grace to release what I cannot change. You cannot control every person you meet or every situation you face, but you can invite God to govern your response. And when your response changes, your entire day can change with it. Let His peace become stronger than every provocation, His wisdom louder than every emotion, and His presence greater than every fear. Walk forward today knowing God can keep your heart peaceful even when the world around you becomes loud. Start your morning with God. Powerful prayer for blessings, peace and protection. Section 6. What if the greatest victory you experience today begins before you ever leave your home? What if God wants to give you wisdom for a decision, strength for a challenge, and peace for a situation you have not even encountered yet? This is why you should not rush through your morning. Before the world demands your attention, give God your attention. There is power in starting your day with surrender. When you surrender, you are not saying, I have no problems. You are saying, my problems are not bigger than my God. That changes the way you walk through difficulty. Imagine a father preparing his child for a difficult journey. He cannot remove every mountain from the road, but he can teach the child how to walk, where to step, and when to stop. In the same way, God may not remove every challenge from your day, but He can give you wisdom to walk through it. So pray this morning, Father, prepare me for everything I will face today. If I encounter difficulty, give me strength. If I encounter temptation, give me self-control. If I encounter confusion, give me wisdom. If I encounter rejection, remind me of my identity. If I encounter success, keep me humble. Do not underestimate the importance of that prayer. Many people pray for blessings, but forget to pray for the character required to handle those blessings. They ask for greater opportunities, but never ask for greater wisdom. They ask for influence, but never ask for humility. You should pray for both. Lord, bless the work of my hands, but also guide the hands that do the work. Bless my plans, but correct my plans when they are not aligned with your purpose. Give me opportunities, but give me discernment to recognize the right ones. Give me courage to move forward and wisdom to know when to wait. Maybe today you will receive an unexpected opportunity. Maybe someone will offer you something you have been praying for. Do not move simply because the door is open. Ask God whether it is the right door. And maybe today a door will close. Do not immediately call it rejection. Sometimes a closed door is protection. Sometimes God sees what you cannot see from where you stand. Trust Him enough to accept both open doors and closed doors. This morning, release your need to understand everything. You do not need every answer before you begin. You need enough faith to take the next right step. Let God guide that step and let His wisdom become your protection. Today, walk. As you begin this morning, remember that God is not only interested in where you are going, He cares about who you become along the way. Your prayer should not be a list of things you want. It should become a conversation that changes your heart, strengthens your faith, and teaches you to walk wisely. Some mornings you wake up feeling strong, while other mornings you wake up exhausted. On those difficult mornings, do not pretend to have strength you do not have. Come honestly before God. Say, Father, I am tired, but I trust you. I am uncertain, but I believe you are guiding me. I do not know how everything will work out, but I know I do not have to face it alone. God does not need perfect words. He wants a surrendered heart. Maybe you are carrying a burden that nobody else knows about. Maybe you are smiling around people while quietly fighting fear inside. Give that burden to God this morning. Pray, Lord, take every hidden worry from my heart. Replace fear with faith, confusion with clarity, weakness with strength, and heaviness with peace. Help me remember that my circumstances are temporary, but your presence is constant. And then ask God to bless the people around you. Pray for your parents, your spouse, your children, your friends, your co-workers, and even the people who have hurt you. When you pray for others, your heart begins to move beyond itself. Say, Father, protect the people I love. Guide their decisions. Keep them from danger. Give them wisdom, health, strength, and peace. Where they are discouraged, encourage them. Where they are confused, guide them. Where they are hurting, comfort them. Ask God to make you dependable when nobody is watching, honest when dishonesty seems easier, patient when waiting becomes difficult, and courageous when obedience requires sacrifice. Because the greatest blessing is not having a better life. It is becoming a better person who can carry greater responsibility without losing faith, humility, or love. So walk into this morning with your heart open. Expect God to guide you through conversations, decisions, opportunities, and challenges. You may not know what is waiting around the next corner, but you can trust the one who does. When pressure rises, return to prayer. When fear returns, return to faith. When you feel lost, return to His presence. You will find strength there again. Let this prayer become your foundation. Let faith become your response. Let peace become your strength. And let every step you take today remind you that God is with you. What if the peace you are asking God for is already available, but you have been too distracted to receive it? Every morning gives you a choice: carry yesterday's pain into today, or place yesterday into God's hands and move forward with faith. You cannot change what happened yesterday, but you can decide who will lead you today. There was a man who spent years worrying about things he could not control. He worried about his future, family, finances, and what other people thought about him. His mind was always somewhere else. Even when something good happened, he could not enjoy it because he expected something bad next. One morning, he finally prayed differently. Instead of asking God to remove every problem, he said, Father, teach me to trust you while I face them. Help me stop borrowing tomorrow's trouble. Give me grace for today. That prayer became a turning point. He began learning that peace was not the absence of pressure. Peace was confidence that God was present in the middle of pressure. Say, Lord, I give you my future. I give you the conversations I cannot predict, the decisions I have not made, and the situations I cannot control. Help me live this day fully. Keep my mind from running ahead of your grace. God gives grace for today. You do not need tomorrow's strength today because tomorrow has not arrived. When tomorrow comes, God will meet you there with what you need. So stop exhausting yourself by imagining every possible disaster. Stop replaying conversations that are already finished. Stop allowing fear to make decisions for you. Pray, Father, protect my mind from thoughts that steal my peace. Help me recognize lies that make me feel hopeless. Remind me that one difficult season does not define my entire life. Give me the courage to believe that new possibilities still exist. Then practice gratitude. Name 3 things you can thank God for this morning: your breath, your family, your opportunity to begin again. Gratitude does not pretend everything is perfect. It reminds you that everything is not bad. When anxiety rises, breathe slowly. Become still. Remember that God is near. You may face unexpected news. You may experience delays. You may encounter people who disappoint you. But you do not have to surrender your peace to every circumstance. Let God become your anchor today. When everything around you moves, remain rooted. When uncertainty speaks, choose faith. When fear knocks, answer with prayer. Walk into this day with confidence, because your future is not resting on your ability to control everything. It is resting in the hands of the God you trust. There is a moment every morning when the world has not yet told you who you are. Before the messages arrive, before the problems begin, before yesterday's failures start speaking again, you have a choice. You can let the noise define your day, or you can let God define your direction. Start there. Not with fear today, not with pressure, not with the question, how will I survive everything that is coming? Start with, God, you are here, lead me. Start there, not with fear today, not with pressure, not with the question, how will I survive everything that is coming? Start with, God, you are here, lead me. That simple prayer can change the posture of your entire heart. You may still have bills waiting. You may still have difficult conversations, but you no longer carry them alone. Say, Father, thank you for giving me another morning. Thank you for breath, for life, for another opportunity to become wiser, stronger, kinder, and more faithful. Before I make decisions today, give me wisdom. Before I speak, give me self-control. Before I react, give me patience. Before I worry, remind me that you are greater than what I fear. This is where prayer moves from words into transformation. You begin to understand that God is not only interested in changing your circumstances, He is also developing the person who will walk through those circumstances. Sometimes the blessing is not immediate escape from the storm. Sometimes the blessing is receiving strength to remain steady while the storm passes. Think about someone who wakes up facing rejection. They expected an opportunity, but the door closed. Their first instinct is panic. They wonder whether they are forgotten. But instead of allowing disappointment to control them, they pray, God, if this door is not for me, give me peace enough to release it. If another door is coming, prepare me to recognize it. And if I need to grow before I enter it, show me what I must learn. That is mature faith. You are not asking God merely to make life comfortable. You are asking Him to make you capable. You are asking for discernment to recognize what belongs in your life and courage to walk away from what does not. So as this morning begins, place your plans before God. Place your relationships before God. Place your finances, your work, your dreams, your weaknesses, and your unanswered questions before God. Then surrender your need to control every outcome. Say, Lord, go before me today. Protect my mind from fear, my heart from bitterness, my mouth from harmful words, and my steps from foolish decisions. Let your peace guide me. And when you finally rise from that prayer, do not rise defeated. Rise expecting that even ordinary moments can become opportunities for divine purpose. Now carry this prayer beyond the morning, because real faith is not proven by how inspired you feel while praying. It is revealed by how you live after you say Amen. When pressure comes, remember what you already told God. You said, led me. So do not rush ahead in panic. Pause, breathe, pray again. Say, God, give me wisdom for this moment. You may still face difficult moments, but prayer becomes more than a beautiful moment. It becomes an anchor. Your plans may change. Someone you trusted may disappoint you. Something you prayed for may not happen. You may even wonder whether God heard you at all. The deepest work God does in your life can happen where you cannot yet see it. Your responsibility is to remain faithful and keep walking. So protect your morning. Let prayer tell you what to trust before the world tells you what to fear, and live differently. Forgive faster, speak with grace, work with excellence. Keep your promises. Choose integrity when nobody is watching. When you fail, repent instead of hiding. When you succeed, remain humble. This is what it means to walk with God. Prayer continues through your choices. Tomorrow morning, wake up and whisper, Father, this day belongs to you. My plans belong to you. My future belongs to you. Lead me, protect me, correct me, strengthen me, and use me. You may not know what waits ahead, but you know who you can trust. And that is enough. So do not let tomorrow begin with fear. Begin it with God. Do not let uncertainty have the first word. Let faith speak first. Do not let yesterday write today's story. Give God the first moments of your morning, and then give Him the rest of your life. Because when God becomes the foundation of your day, peace is no longer dependent on perfect circumstances. And when your peace is anchored in Him, you can face whatever comes next with a steady heart, clear mind, and courageous spirit. Now go forward, pray first, trust deeply, live boldly, and remember your day may be unpredictable, but you do not have to walk through it alone.